Yes, everyone, welcome to another video from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And I'm here on the page, the YouTube studio page of the Yokohama home best deal in Japan, as I call it. And I keep coming back to this neighborhood. I've been studying it, but we did this house version of it, and for 146,000 US dollars, there's that great house in Yokohama. But I came just studying that whole neighborhood because I think it's the deals are really in Yokohama for the people that are you're in abroad, or is that a word, in abroad? You're from abroad, or you're in Japan. Really, I'm thinking I keep repeating. I gotta tell you this. When me and Nakamura and his wife and his beautiful little baby were driving from Chiba to Kawasaki on the Aqua Line, he kept saying to me that Yokohama and Tokyo, this is the new Japan, and I just keep playing this back in my head, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's not a bad sort of technique, and that's where we're really strong. So I'm just going to keep on presenting like the material from these areas because that's where we're strong, and maybe in his I kind of like. There's going to be all kinds of different people who am I who am I the Tokyo real estate man? Who am I? Do you know who I am? Yeah, I mean, so I get it. But it's just where we're strong. So I'm going to keep on focusing on this area, I think, and we'll still do. I even did a video the other day of Kyoto anyway. So like we'll do some more stuff around Japan because it interests me anyway to look in all kinds of markets to see what's happening. But we're going to come back here to Yokohama, and I picked up a couple of apartment selections in that neighborhood that I think look really good. Anyhow, I'm coming here to the Instagram, and I've been pretty good lately. Sometimes I did notice that I made a couple of mistakes of not sharing the tab when it stays on that map, and you're like, why is he talking about a picture that's not appearing? That's because I didn't share my tab. Anyhow, this is supposed to be for Yokohama, Japan, and there is a picture of Whitney Houston, and I had to start this video because Whitney Houston, I'm thinking back in the 80s or the 90s when she could get the most money for her game, I guess. Did a concert here in Yokohama, Yokohama, Japan, 1991. Let's listen for a second. I guess it's not going to work. You might be hearing it. I won't hear it when it's live. Anyhow, we'll go off of that. But Whitney Houston, she's a beautiful singer. And yeah, I really like that movie, The Bodyguard, by the way. All the movies I like is super old. I was watching a movie the other day, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and there's a beautiful director in that movie, and it just reinforces some of my ideas about interior design as well. Anyway, we're here. That, of course, is the Ramen Museum there in Yokohama. We have the Chinatown pictures. We have all kinds of pictures here of Yokohama. Of course, this is the sort of area that we're looking at, the apartments that we're looking here today. I talked about that skyway. I don't know the word for the chairlift. It's not really a chairlift. You remember you've been to Expo 86, all you young people, you're like, what are you talking about, old man? There was like a chairlift play. There's kind of a chairlift or a skywalk or a sky ride that goes over this sort of harbor in Yokohama. And keep in mind that it's a really cool harbor, Yokohama, because it still is a big port, more Kawasaki way, but it's more of a just bigger commercial port. And it used to be a really cool manufacturing center, Yokohama, because don't forget, Nissan is from Yokohama. So the way the port is designed is really neat. It's got these sort of interwoven canals. And the reason that it's designed in such a way is because it's actually 7 times more efficient to ship over water than it is over land. So you can imagine in Nissan's heyday of producing here in Yokohama that they were using these canals for just moving parts around. And you can see it here in this sort of picture right there, the canals and everything like that. You can, this really explains what I just talked about in this sort of upper part of the picture right there. That's where that is still the sort of mall area. The port is a further to Yokohama. This is called the Mikazuki Beer, which is this is a way you say the crescent moon in Japan, or Japanese, I should say. But you can see the nature of how I talked about how this was a port where they would move things around. But now it's kind of a mall, or a mall, but like just it's enjoyed now. It's enjoyed by the people right there. I guess the people. I keep talking about that one skywalk or uh, what is it, like a ropeway? You say in Japanese, you'd say ropeway. but or I guess that would be a tram. Maybe that's called a tram. I remember. And then, is there any other pictures here? I keep coming back to the video. You guys want me to stay on that picture, right? But other pictures you can see here from the ropeway or the tram would be these ones here, and you can see it at nighttime. It's very beautiful as well. Okay, I know you want me to go back there to those pictures right there. Anyhow, I know there's. We'll move on to some other pictures right here as well. So this is the sort of area that I'm most interested in because it's really near that where there's the most economic pressure. Of course, there's people who you could give it to me too that you don't like. I said in other videos, you're sick of all this smart shitty shit, smart city shit that's being pushed down our throats. And yeah, like you don't want to move into a smart city. I get it, but. Uh, I'm just trying to get people into places where there's demand. And here in Yokohama, there's deals. There's a little bit more space than you'd get in a Tokyo apartment, and there's great underlying demand. And I got that. I keep playing that Nakamura thing in the back of my head. That Yokohama's future. This is a great picture, by the way. I just love the great Instagrammers out there right now. They're just the great pictures. I talked about also like the great briefly in the other video, the great soccer best team Australia. They probably a game there in Yokohama where the Mariners and the that's where the soccer national stadium is in Shin Yokohama. There you can see the canals that I talk about right there, and I think that actually might be the Nissan head office right there. And he's a little hero of mine, Carlos Ghosn, because he was a foreign president of a Japanese company, and I don't really know the truth of what happened with his arrest and his escape. But I would, if anyone knows Carlos Ghosn, I'd love to have you on the channel. Anyway, I think he's in asylum or like hiding from Japanese extradition somewhere. I think he's from. I think he was from Lebanon or Syria. Anyhow, he's a really interesting man, Carlos Ghosn. And if you do have a chance to go to the Nissan head office in Yokohama, it's a really great place if you like cars. This is the KQ line which come through Yokohama, and then this is really in some ways explains the environment of the that we're going to be looking at some pictures here today. There's some great stuff out there. I just love it. Okay, let's cut to the chase of the map. And again, I'm pretty good. I'm sharing the tab. I think I'm sharing the tab. Am I? Yes, I am sharing the tab. Here we go. There's a couple of samples I picked in the marketplace here. In terms of location, this one here that we'll look at here, I thought it was a better one, just because it's near Minato Mirai, and we see here in Minato Mirai, you see these are where the red pill. I always talk about the red pill on this channel. Look at this is where the red pill is. This is where the most popular real estate, at least for apartments. What we're doing here, you see here on the left here, I've knocked out anything okay that's rented, and I've knocked out anything that's what's called the owner change and anything that's rented. So anything here is available. And these are the apartments that are available for sale. And this is where the red pill is. So this one sample in the market that we'll kick over here is this one right here for Nissan Sanbyakuman. Okay, 39 meters in a great location. I'm trying to get you near those red pills, but I'm also getting you near where you can rent these units or you can use these units very conveniently for yourself. And both these units have been recently renovated and refurbished, and they basically you can just move in on day one and have everything. And they're also got great. Is that a word? Vertical placement, or like how do you say that when it goes up? Is that vertical? Or what I mean is like you're getting vertical. You're going to have some Y access. This is going to be my new word for the. You're going to have some. They have very good Y access sort of placements in these buildings. I think this one was on the ninth floor, and this one was on the top floor or the 10th floor of the building. Anyway, we'll cut to the chase here and go to the first of the listings right here, which I'm going to end on the one that I thought was a little weaker. It's not weak at all. It was a good listing, but both these buildings are older buildings, okay, and that's why their price point is lower. Now, when I started to look at these two, I started to like this one better because of the view right here. You can see there it says, what does it say there? Bay, I think it says Bay Shore right there. But you can see this is on the top floor, the 10th floor, and this would be the view in the unit. They do a much better job. This building was built in the 1970s, so we're in that first sort of wave of concrete condominiums in Japan. Uh, uh, just the first wave in the early late 60s and the early 70s. We'll come here to the layout picture. This is the layout. It's, I think it was 50 something meters, and I just like the layout for it right there. So and then they actually did a really good job on this sort of madore, and that's the word for layout, by the way, in Japanese, madore. And we'll go to the pictures right here. I just happen to like the layout and the fact it was on the top floor, and for your own sake, for your own view, but also I think like something on the top floor has got a lot of liquidability, U-turnability, liquidability. I forget the word for that. Just a standard kitchen right there. But I thought the bathroom looked really clean, and I liked the color of. I think this the quality of the floor is actually good. It's not a lot of like you see a lot of more baseline. It said Bayside, by the way, Bayside. You see a lot of more laminate floors, like more baseline. When I say baseline, I mean shit materials. That's what I actually mean. Okay, but me being polite. This is a Senmendai, and they've done a nice job with that. That's kind of a shit plywood material, but standard. Yeah, that's the building right there. So it is an older building, no question about it. 10th floor. I just like the placement of it there in terms of its placement in Yokohama Station to Yokohama Station, I should say. And the price is pretty good. Nissan 190 man. You want to practice with me? Nissan 190 man. Okay. Yokohama Station, 14 minutes. Yokohama Station here. This is says on the JR Keihin Tohoku-san, okay? And this is going to be the Tokyo, which is the Toyoko line, which goes to Shibuya. So it's really, I'm trying to get you this stuff that's really well placed in Yokohama. It connects to Tokyo through the Toyoko line. It connects to Tokyo through the Keihin line. The this one here goes all the way. This line here, the JR Keihin Tohoku line, would go from Keihin is the area between Shinagawa and Yokohama Station. That's known as the Keihin, and it goes from Yokohama all the way up through Ueno and then up to Saitama. That's a very long train, that one right there. And the Toyoko line would go from Yokohama to Shibuya, so connect very well with West Tokyo, and that would connect well with Keihin because bring you to Ueno, connect well with East Tokyo, otherwise known as Yosuruni Shitamachi. And this is the Sotetsu Sen, and this is Hiranumabashi Eki, 11 minutes. So this one is very well placed, really well placed stations at Kanagawa Ken, Yokohama Shi, Nishiku, and then I'm going to say it right. I think it's going to be Asa Asamacho. Asamacho Nichome. I think I got it right on that one. You Japanese people who watch this channel or Japanese partners who probably audit my Japanese will say, まあまあまあ、近いよね. That's what they'd say. まあ、この人は外人でもまあまあ、日本語ちょっと得意よ. I think they would say that. Anyway, another joke here. This is the management fees every month of 140. And the drag on owning an apartment is a little bit more, but this is a theme I'm going to come to. Do you want a wooden house or do you want a concrete building? Okay. I love concrete. And the Japanese depreciation laws like concrete more because a house is depreciated over 40 years when I think a concrete building is depreciated, if I'm not mistaken, over 60 years. So, yeah, and concrete going to last forever. Okay. It's called the building's called this is funny. This is called Denen Castle Yokohama Nishiguchi, and it's on the 10th floor. I just like that's a great Denen Castle. That's a great name. You can see it's a self-managed building. It's a self-managed building. All the systems, of course, in the house have been updated and are working. System, kitchen, monitor, and everything. It has an elevator, of course. The LDK, which is a two living dining kitchen. 51 meters of space, 4 meters of balcony space. 10th floor. I love that. That's called another word I could teach you in Japanese, saijokai. Whoa, that's a fudosan or a real estate word in Japanese, saijokai. There you go. 112 units in the building, which is a nice number. And when you have 112 units in the building, which are bringing in like 11,000 yen every month, this tells you it's bringing in $10,000 every month to the repair fund fees. So the building is going to be uh, they're going to spend the money too. They just spend the money. When they get $1 million in the account, they spend it. Okay, they spend 700,000. Sometimes they could you could be argued that they spend on things that don't need. We did a paint job in one of my buildings in Tokyo. I don't think it needed a paint job. Okay, but we did it because we probably got up to $2 million in the fund, right? And they're like, hey, can we just use this? So Japanese buildings are proactive in that way, I'd say. Shoyu Ken, okay, and this is Jishu Connery. I think it was Shogyo Chiki too, which is means it's zone commercial. I saw it somewhere here. Oh, I might be confusing it with another listing I was looking at. Where would I see here? And you can have a cot. You can have, this is interesting. This is really neat. So in this building, you can have a small dog and a small cat. Kano. This is the word. This is a good one to learn. This one here that I'm trying to circle right here. Ka. This means kano. This means neko ka, or this means sho. Oh my God, shoro. I think this is going to be a small dog. I'm going to say it wrong. Okay, shoge, shoge. Show ogata. It's going to show shogata inu kana. Possible. So that means possible. Kano. That's a good one. And then you could put fu, or furosan means like fu means a negative one. You can put fuka in there, means like unacceptable or whatever. That's the word for it there. Japanese lesson for you. Nihongo furosan no Nihongo no sensei. Tokyo real estate man, Sasaga. Okay. Anyway, we'll go here to the map briefly right there. Here, this was the street I think in front of the building right there. We'll come back to the map so you can see the exact location of it, which is Yokohama Muteki Guraiyo, which is pretty good for Yokohama if this all kicks in. You can see Yokohama Station is right here. I think the next sample that we look in the market might be a little bit better, but it's pretty good. And this one had a more generous layout of 50 meters. Okay. So easier to live in. So 50 meters is fine. I can easily live in a 50-meter apartment. Me and my wife and stuff like that. No problem. I would like, oh, I've just been living in units like that most of my life. Anyway, let me move in closer to it right there. And I'll bring the Google Maps Golden Guy, okay, which has a double meaning, Golden Guy and Google Maps. And we'll drop them right there. And we can see I've dropped it right into the building. And my guess is it might be a commercial building right here because it looks like there's like a interesting, like a copy, like a office, like an office, like a bungyobu, or like a stationery store here on the first floor right here. Kind of a busier street right there, but there'll be a lot of buses actually moving down this street right to the station, I bet, and then you could be there fairly quickly. But you can see the character of Yokohama right here, like, and these sort of, this was the character of that house the other day that we looked at, would have been older, like updated, but you can see there's still a lot of like detached houses here in Yokohama as you come on back here. And then I always talked about on the other channel the rolling hills of Yokohama, and you can see already back there there's an escarpment going up. And this is on the lowlands here, the flat. See right there? It's a new building, mill there. So this should indicate demand for you. And when you see apartments, lots of apartments around, it indicates that you're in areas that you want to be in. Okay. And there's a new apartment there. What happened? What did I just do? Who knows? Anyway, that's enough about that listing right there. We'll cut here to the next listing, which is one I liked a little bit more, but I will not forget to share the tab. It is marginally higher, slightly higher in terms of its price, and this one right here. And then we'll start here on the Madore right here, which is, I guess this is probably going to be maybe kind of one DK, maybe, I'm not sure. It's split. You have like a separate sort of living entryway here. We have the utilities, meaning specifically meaning the toilet and the shower over here, and then you're coming into the kitchen and the dining area with the bedroom over here. But this location is really great. And then I'll expand these pictures to a bigger size so we can pick it up. This building, I think, again, was built in the 1970s, but you can see there's a new build right beside it. They did a very nice job here. You see what I mean? They have money in the repair fund, and they're designing a very good entryway to the building. This does not look comparative to the other blue building that we looked at. Their entryway, or their Nihongo de Genkan. Their Genkan looks very, it's just a sharper and they're just more aware of design. Modern Japanese people are like, here, you see it already better. It's really nice. You know, they see the like mixture of the wood and the gray. I love this gray. I'm going to paint, I'm going to Tokyo and I'm staying in about the same size of apartment, a 50-meter apartment. And I'm going to put some gray like this into the apartment. And I already have a hardwood floor in there like that. And I have a lot of sort of wooden shelving in there like that. I just wanted to put one wall or two walls of this sort of contrast in there. I think it looks really nice. I really like it. Nice, good quality. Sort of, you can see this is not baseline level, which was my secret word for shit. This is not baseline level. They're using a little bit better materials right here. You can see with the doors. They're really interesting. These door design that's been in Tokyo now for about 10 years now. Used to push light around. Okay, it's used to push light from these windows over here into these rooms, and they work effectively. Very nice closet right there. It's pretty baseline. You're buying a location in Yokohama that you can use the rest of your life at reasonable prices. It's not a Vancouver $1 million apartment. This is 150, I'm guessing, thousand US dollars. This is totally reasonable. Okay, this is what Yokohama presents. It presents deals. It gives you Tokyo at a deal where you're using the infrastructure of the train from Yokohama, okay, to Shibuya right now. It's going to go, what's it going to go? It's going to go Shibuya, and then it's going to go Shin Yokohama, and then after that, it's going to go Musashi Osugi, and then Jiugaoka, and then Nakameguro, and then Shibuya. 6 stops to, I might have been missing one. I don't think I am, but 6 stops to Shibuya. So you're accessing it with that system. Okay. That's the Super Express, I might add. Nice job here on the kitchen. And the Semindai, see, nice use of black. This might become dated eventually, but this is an easy job to replace. You can you could easily replace this coda like using this sink right there with a nice piece of wood and putting a beautiful cabinet underneath there when it gets old and dated. Very easy to do. This stuff is not hard to do. This system bath is going to last the next 30, 40 years if you take care of it. There you go. Right there. I love it all. This apartment, you can see that these sort of communication systems are very important to the Japanese customer because everyone using Amazon, you know. Okay, anyhow, there we're back to the Madore. We'll drop down here to the Joho of the listing. Nissan 300 We'll look at the, oh, this is going to be Takashima Cho. Eki, 1 minute, 1 minute from the station. Okay, it's probably on the Minato. No, it's on the blue line. The blue line is the Yokohama subway line, and this is the JR Tokaido Honsen, which is the one that would go from all the way to Tokyo, all the way down through the Tokai, all the way down to Nagoya. I think the Tokaido-san would go all the way down to Nagoya. And then you have the Keihin Honsen right there, which is Tobe Eki, which is great. This is Yokohama Station, Tobe Eki, and this is Takashima-cho Eki on the blue line. It's a great location. This is Kanagawa-ku, Yokohama-shi, and then Nishi-ku. Okay, in Yokohama too, there's only 5 kus that are growing in population right now. Some of the other ones are going down. This is Nishiku. It's going up. Okay. And Sakuragicho, great address for Yokohama. Sakuragicho, Nanachome Inoeki, Shuko Mansion, which means a used mansion. Desho, all you people who are watching this channel having your Japanese girlfriend and boyfriends audit my Japanese, they can audit this one. Shuko Mansion. 中古だよ。俺もなんか中古年だよ。これは面白い冗談だったら日本人のケクスマトロ笑ってください。Like Mark にしてください. Yeah, make a like mark if you like my jokes. They're pretty funny. Okay. ちょっと親父ギャグだけど. Okay, this is management fees of 12,000 and repair fees of 11,000. Pretty standard. It's going to be 20,000 yen a month. You can say that it's better to own the house. But don't forget, you can just lock these concrete buildings up, lock them up, and walk away, turn off your water, and you'll be fine. I think it's a good idea. Keep some electricity running and stuff like that. You can put in a little security camera in there if you want, just to know what things are happening when you're not there. But you can just relax being in concrete buildings, okay? And if the earthquakes take down these concrete buildings, if they do come, Japan is going to have a building boom like you wouldn't believe. Okay, anyway, we see here that this is on the ninth floor, unit 903 right there. So on the this is Takashima Town Heights Q-Maru-san. Okay, and so it's on the ninth floor. I just like the placement of it in terms of like it being on the higher floor, and like all the systems, of course, are working. I was right. A 1 LDK Yoshitsu Rokujo and a LDK Rokuten Nana, or 6.7 for the living dining kitchen section, which I believe was on the right. The Senmon Minseki, okay, Senyu, sorry, Senyu. Oh. Auditors out there are going to say you read it wrong. Senyu Minseki, 39 meters, balcony 33.5 meters, ninth floor of 11. Okay, Kyukai Juichikai Nobile. Okay, built 1974. Okay, Chiku Gojuman, still younger than me. Haha. Okay. Anyway, Shoryuken. Again, what is Shoryuken? Do I introduce properties to you that are on leased land? No, I don't. This is the Gekichi no Minseki. This is the lot, 228 meters of land. Okay, for the entire lot. And we can see that there's already history of, will there be a tower built here? Interesting, because if we look at the picture, and we'll look at it right there, it's along a bunch of buildings. So what would happen where towers get built when you have a buildings in clusters where they can take it down and then go up 50? That's how it happens. And this is in a really good location to do that. Anyway, we'll cut here to the map and we'll have a look. Do we know? We know that development happens along the larger corridors. So my point is, these clusters of buildings, and this has happened to me, I've 30x in Akasaka, maybe even more. It could be 40x, okay, on something like this. Now, this is where the redevelopment happens, when they can take this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and they go tower up. And this is where it happens, okay? So we can minus out of here, and we know right now, I talked about it in the pre-video or the preamble to this part. We know that the red pills are here. Okay, Minato Mirai. So if we take the Google Maps golden guy and we drop them in here let's just drop you right in here. I already know what's there, but just to humor you, we're gonna drop them right there. Okay, and what do we have there? What do we have there? We have new developments. These are the red pills in Yokohama, the $1 million buildings right now. And they take up a lot of space on the lots that they're in. This is, sorry, this is Minato Minai. You can see it there in front of it as well. Okay, so let's pop on out and take the Google Maps Golden Guy, and we'll come back down to where the unit is, which is proximity very similar. However, its relationship to Yokohama Station is superior, meaning better. Muteki, Muteki. Auditors, there you go. There's your word, auditors. Muteki. And let's just drop us right in there. And we can see here, you can see new development right there. I think the building is going to be right here behind us, though. Right here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Tokyo Real Estate Man, what are you doing? Oh my God, stressing me out here. Was it around the corner here like this? Did I drop us in the wrong place? Oh God, I think I might have to go back. You can see though, look here though, like there is a newer building, and that one looks to be about the same sort of size, 10 stories. I'm sorry, when I do this, I gotta move in closer so I can drop it in specifically. Okay, I'm Google Maps challenged here. Drop the golden guy right there, and we should be right in front of it right there. And I guess I was right in front of it, but I can't find it. Oh, I think I might have found it. I did. There you go, right there. I didn't find it. And we talked about the Gencon right there that I liked, and that's the Gencon right there. I just like that brown. I like that brown tile. That first sort of like wave. Yeah, that's first wave tile. And then you see here though, that's a building. I was actually right beside it. Everyone, I was better than I thought. Okay. You can see a building here, probably from the early 2000s, and we come down here, another building here on the corner. But this is where the redevelopment would happen, and maybe you could say that there's other sort of lower sort of sources of fruit, but not that much. Not that much, not that much. So there could be redevelopment future in these sort of like could they get a tower up there? Do the people could they get a tower up? I have no idea. But it's a nice apartment. It's a good price. It's a good location. The when I talk about like the redevelopment potential and stuff like that, one other thing we could back up and I'll just put on the supermarket location so you know that everything is really convenient. Where you are supermarket is right there. And do we have any? Oh, I'm saying how convenient this neighborhood is, and there's no supermarket. There's one there. Yeah, the shopping districts in this area are a little bit more convenient, but that's not too far at all. Let's see if we go like that. Does it indicate the route? And without moving the map, and then I have to move it. It is a 5 minute walk to that one right there. Okay, so yeah, you would want for nothing, and the location is great. A little bit of potential for sort of redevelopment, I guess. But that again is a lottery. I'm basically trying to pick off stuff that gets you into this area where it's really convenient to live in Yokohama. Where the demographic numbers work and stuff like that. Oh, there's another picture of the Skyway right there. The other last thing that I could do for the video today, and I'm probably going over. I know I'm going over. Uh, is to look at some financial information for either one of these units, and the pricing is going to be about the same. I did have a mail from a client the other day from the United States interested in buying a property, and he was under the impression that he could have or get the financing in Japan. He wanted to get, of course, everyone wants to get these sort of low financial rates because in the United States you can't get a loan now probably for 6 or 7%, whereas here this is sub 1%. So, however, if you're not working in the Japanese economy, you're not going to be able to access this financing. This is a real benefit for the people who contribute to the Japanese economic system. So, if you're in Japan and renting, get off your ass and buy something like this. You don't got to have me do it. Just get off it. One of the reasons I started this channel a long time ago is so people like who are just like me, weirdos like me who like living in Japan. Okay, I now live in Vancouver. Okay, I can't believe it. But for you, so you have long-term staying power. Okay, and you're not under the thumb of the man. But not only that, you're not under the thumb of your Japanese partner's family. So you can have a little bit of independence in your life, and that's by accessing this sort of financial system. Okay, and by the way, today I just noticed that coffee prices hit an all-time high. So everyone that says to you that this inflation is going down, I got news for you. They full of it. Unko no kokomare unko go. Oh, they're just full of shit. Okay. Anyway, with a down payment of 500 month, okay, living in this apartment, total cost, including management fees and your interest drag on the loan is 72,000 yen a month, which is what, $700 Canadian. It's going to be $500 US. Okay. Okay. Granted, you might not like this as much as as the house one that I sourced you the other day, but these are concrete buildings, and these concrete buildings are safer and they're going to last longer, and there's not going to be as much repairs. It's much easier to work with concrete buildings and refurbishing stuff. So I thought that these two samples in the Yokohama market were really good. Here, your savings portion on the loan every month is $400. Okay, the drag on it is a little bit more than it is with a house. With a house, you got to do all the maintenance yourself. This one you can lock up and you don't got nothing to worry about because people are being paid to do your maintenance. And your group security of that $100 every month going into the repair fund, okay, in a proactive Japanese ownership community who don't mind to spend, who have $1 million in their funds to fix the things they need fixed in their building. You're buying into that security as well. Anyway, I guess the other thing that we could do finally is to sort of like display the prices. The I will just say I'm going to try to do like an average price of both of these, what they would come up to in U.S. dollars, as in just so we can see. Either of these are going to be 150,000 U.S. dollars to be within 10 minutes of Yokohama Station. Try doing that in New York City. Okay, okay, which is a shithole. Okay, try doing that in San Francisco, which is a shithole. Try doing it here in Vancouver, where I'm from, which is a shithole. Can't do it. These numbers in Yokohama work, and that's why I keep playing this uh, Nakamura uh, sort of tape over in my head over and over again that Yokohama and Tokyo are just where the good future in Japan is going to be. Oh, this is a cool car, by the way. Ooh, that's like a meteor or something. Like, what is that? Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, I love it. Okay, there's a great. There, look. Go through these Instagram pictures. Yokohama Tire. Where are they from? They're from Yokohama. Okay, where is Nissan from? It's from Yokohama. It's just this is where you want to be. Okay, that's a really cool. That's a really great picture. I love pictures like taken on rainy, wet days because of this sort of shiny like look. But it's a great picture. It's a great Instagram. Anyways, another real estate video here by the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I know I went over. I always go over. But today we're looking at some product near Yokohama Station. Okay, in concrete buildings. Okay, here's my. It was my birthday the other day. And there you see the Hotel Vancouver right there. And my present for my birthday, of course, is flowers. I love my flowers. You can always come here to my Instagram. Contact me here, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. Okay. And we have as well the website, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. Not always convinced, as I say, the contact box is working. There's me, the Tokyo Real Estate Man, looking as handsome as ever with Nakamura. I'm not convinced this contact box is working, as I said, and you can come here directly to my email. I want to thank all the customers right now that are contacting me and striking out and like reaching out to me. It's great. Comments lately in the comments section has just been great. Been a lot of fun. いつもこのチャンネルの応援するの人たち、コメンティングするのかこと人もありがとう。Like マーク、Like じゃないマークでも問題ない。まあ、この動画でここでもう終わりです。いつもありがとうございます。失礼します。